And so all these characters, all these worker type characters now also have their own individual specific needs that they will work to attend to automatically, including things which include things like drinking and eating, sleeping, working, and can also include fighting and fleeing.
Pretend to eat or sleep, and they go there and they eat out of a little bowl with their spoon. It's just the illusion that they are living. So
A worker does not have to be actively at the bench in order to be able to have the crafting. And then also, what'd you say, within 50 meters of the bench itself? Yeah.
It's currently 50 meters. It's something we can adjust.
If you have multiple followers in your roster that can apply their bonuses to a bench, you'll have the option of choosing which one you want to apply to the bench. We want this to not obstruct your moment to moment gameplay. So if they're off eating, drinking, or sleeping, that won't affect your ability to craft. Again, the big focus of this feature is that it does not interfere with your moment to moment, the core gameplay of Conan Exiles. You're still playing Conan Exiles. Worker thralls can be picked up after placement. So they're just regular
not returned to your inventory picked up, but they can be moved.
Right. Yeah. So once placed into the world, they're a character and permanently. So yeah. But
you would have to break bond. And just get rid of it if you didn't want it
to actually delete it. I'm gonna go rescue this our friend up here.
New animations, new audio.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can change the outfits of all your thralls because they're wearing normal armor like any other thrall would. So you get a lot more visual diversity.
Mm-hmm. Yep, he's just a regular guy. He's just a guy, and I can dress him up. He's just a guy. He's our guy. He's our favorite person. He's just like me, for real.
The first was, will this have an effect on your thrall count? And it does now. The thrall cap, particularly on official servers, right? So we limit the number of thralls players or clans can have. We're currently running performance tests with our QA department to see how much or if we need to adjust that value. So we are testing it. We're running tests on it, and we want to find a good point that feels like you have a healthy number of followers, but not an unhealthy server. So it's a thing that we're working on right now. We will likely announce, it may either appear in the patch notes or ahead of time if we decide to turn. Our QA team is running performance passes on that now to report back to us, and then we'll adjust and keep an eye on that. If there are adjustments, they'll come to just the official server caps. Mm-hmm. Anyone on a private server would still have to change whatever they want their caps to be. And single player is going to be largely unaffected because living settlement stuff doesn't run when you're not there. So there's no real performance impact when you're not actually observing thralls. It's a very big task for a very small group of people.
I don't care who you are or what you think right now. Let's be honest, these live streams are such a joke. I look forward to them when they come out. They're more entertaining to me than the actual game itself at this point. If you didn't notice, out of these clips that I showed you, there were 2 instances where thralls got stuck. There was one in the sky and one stuck in a structure. This is an issue that has existed for a long time with thralls. I'm sure many of you have gone into camps and seen thralls maybe stuck in the mesh, stuck in items, stuck in each other, just bugged out. Their pathing has been an issue for a long time, something that's needed to be resolved. Just imagine in your base and bombs start going off and you have thralls running around, getting stuck in doorways, getting stuck in the walls, foundations, all sorts of things. These pathing issues have existed for a long time. Do you think they're gonna fix them? No. But do you know what they're gonna do? They're going to release more pathing for thralls at your base so they pretend to be alive as they go throughout their day drinking, eating, and just surprised they didn't add the fact that maybe they need to use the bathroom. If you're already gonna rip off Soul Mask, might as well go all out, right? Just these updates still continue to be lackluster. Wow, new building pieces. Okay, that's great. Don't need the whole video this long to showcase that. And you're literally just adding something that already existed into the game and just putting it on player-owned thralls. Like pathing already exists. Thralls walk around their camps and do things and, pretend to work on benches and stuff like that. So, I mean, these aren't new mechanics. They're old and you're just implementing them and you're like rewrapping the package like Merry Christmas. But come on, it's a used item. We all know it is. You're just trying to make it look nice and shiny, but it's not. And the thralls are getting stuck in your live stream. That's embarrassing. You should want to fix those issues. I'm very curious about this QA team Dennis speaks of. I would like to meet these individuals or at least have a conversation with them and ask them, what do they test? How do they test? What are their parameters? What are they looking for? Because the QA team should be aware of a lot of the issues that we all deal with, but they're not getting fixed. Now, is that the QA team's fault? Or is it head development's fault? And who is in charge? Who is the head of this small community that works on Conan Exiles? Is it Dennis? Like, who is it? Who do I have to talk to get the answers that I want? I know we won't get many answers because, the lingo that they'll talk in, will be very optimistic and positive and not to the point, and it won't be full transparency at all because that's how most businesses work. When you find a business that is transparent with its customers, it's a rare thing and it's a beautiful thing, but we do not have that with Funcom, and we never will. So the only thing in this video that, of their live stream that kind of got to me was they're taking away the fact that on a PvP server, I can't take people's thralls. The crafter thralls. I can't get that snowball effect. The only way I'm going to get it now is if those thralls have not been placed into the world and they're in a chest or a vault or something like that, or they're still in the Wheel of Pain and they haven't been placed, or they're on someone's inventory. So the fact that they can be placed in the world, I mean, I guess I could just, if I'm running away from someone and I have a bladesmith on me, and I think I'm gonna die, it's the end for me. I guess I could just slap it down, because I don't have to put it in a bench anymore. It's just so weird, the things that they come up with to change things. The only thing I did like, and I was like, hey, that's nice, you could have done that a long time ago, was the fact that I only need one alchemist and all my fireball cauldrons will get the benefit of that one alchemist. That's nice, but you could have incorporated that years ago. You could even have made the Grandmaster stations and stuff like that, the highest tier, that if you put a thrall on it, it affects all the lower tiers, So if you have something on, Grandmaster, whatever, you have the thrall on that, any bench lower quality will get the effect of very simple things that they could add to the game that probably wouldn't be that hard to do, that could have changed it, but instead they went this route. For PvE and RP purposes, it's not a big deal, but you can see they don't care about their whole community. They care about a part of their community, but the PvP community, I just think they're fed up with it. They want to get rid of the servers and downsize them as it is. PvP has been hurting. There's better games out there to be played right now. People aren't wasting their time with this game. But I do believe if Funcom actually cared about their community, everyone that plays this game, they could actually still have a great game. I can't call it a survival game at this point. Yeah, it might have that tag, but the survival aspect of it has gone out the door. This is one of the easiest games to just hop on an official server and you're level 60 in under 30 minutes if you know what you're doing. How is that surviving? I'm in the harshest climate, smacking black ice with a tool to get levels, and they're aware of this. They know this exists. It doesn't feel like a survival game. It doesn't feel like there's any real threat. They increase health on certain bosses and stuff, but once you kind of learn how the boss moves and reacts, there's no dynamic combat system. It's just easy. Once you figure those things out, that's it. Refreshing bosses and how they work and their pathing and their attacks and stuff doing that every so often could help keep the game fresh for players. But there's already mods and stuff out there that can do similar things, including pathing. So it's like, are you guys just trying to rip off like Soul Mask and previous mods that existed? Because it's like you're giving thralls animations that already exist in the game, and you're giving them pathing which already exist in the game. You're just making it happen to player owned thralls. Not very unique or special. I want to also, I said I want to meet the QA team, but I'd also like to meet the people that are excited for these live streams. The reason I'm excited for these live streams is because it's like comedy to me. I'm pretty sure it's just not going to be anything that's going to make the game different to me. That's going to be like, you know what? I should really hop on Conan and play it. I miss that game. No, I miss old Conan, but the changes that they keep making, they'd have to make some drastic changes before I actually hop in onto a PvP server. But who knows? We'll see how it goes. Maybe one day Funcom will actually care more about the community in the game and less about, just selling stuff and implementing small minor changes that already existed and just rewrapping it and saying Merry Christmas. It's like wrapping up the same gift you've gotten for the last 3 years. It's like, oh wow, now my thralls move around and pretend to do things. Woohoo. But that's it. All the other stuff in the video, I didn't really care. I don't care if they want to add dogs, creatures, or whatever. And but don't worry, you can now play dress up. He was so excited about that. You can dress up your crafter thralls. There were already mods for that. This stuff already existed. Your official servers are basically, let's just say they're not doing well. Okay, so I mean, private servers, they have the ability to add mods and stuff if they want, and we already know you guys want to get rid of your public servers anyways, so you can save more money. I don't know. Be fun to have a chat with the QA team, the head developer, and I see if we could actually get some answers and questions like, hey, why haven't you guys fixed issues in the game that have existed for years, but you keep releasing new mechanics that are just going to, conflict and have more issues with the previous issues? I don't know. I must be crazy to think that fixing an issue before releasing new content that can lead to new issues is a smart thing to do. I must be crazy for thinking that. But there's my 2 cents on the one change that really stood out to me. And I'll see you guys in the next one.
Okay. Have a great one, guys. Bye.
Bye.